there, my name is Kelly Dale with Off the Beaded Path in Forest City, North Carolina. For today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make this really cute pair of double drape earrings. This was actually a project in a foreign beading magazine a couple of years ago that I thought was really cute, but they used a lot of 2mm round beads, and that can get pretty expensive, and the 2mm rounds are kind of hard to find in a lot of colors. So I changed the pattern up to more of my style using 3mm and some different kinds of beads. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Basically what you're going to need for today's video is 6mm round beads, 4mm round beads, 3mm bicones, and a size 11 seed bead. So I'm going to be using a size 10 or 12 needle, either one doesn't matter, and you can use a 6 or an 8-pound fire line, completely up to you. So get your materials together and we'll get started. This is the earring I'm going to be showing you how to make today. This sample has Pacific Opal, Indigo Light, Copper, and Light Colorado Topaz. Here's another version using the Amethyst and Cyclamen Opal. This one is Pink, or the Rose, and the Crystal AV. And this is my favorite pair out of all the ones I've made so far. This is the Crystal Blue shade, the newest Swarovski color, along with Montana and a Crystal Monte. And then the color of the year this year is Emerald. So I made an Emerald pair. This is Emerald with the galvanized gold and a Light Colorado Topaz for the center. For the sample I'm going to show you today, this has the 6mm vitriol, 4mm silver, 3mm silver, 4mm jet, and a Crystal Monte. So to start out, thread your needle onto about a yard of fire line. And using your 4mm rounds, you're going to pick up 4. Bring them down, leave you a small tail, and you're going to tie the beads into a small circle. I'm going to go through one bead next to my knot. So that I have my square just like this. You're going to pick up the Monte. I'm going to go to the 4mm round opposite where I'm currently coming out of, and I'm going to go through the round, going basically in the same direction as my tail is coming now. The Monte will lay on top of your circle. You want to go through the other hole of the Monte, and then through the 4mm round you originally coming out of. Now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the tail. I'm coming out of my 4mm round. You're going to pick up 2 3mm, 1 6mm round, and 2 3mm. You're coming out of a 4mm round. You're going to come back around to make a circle. And when you pull it through, this is what it'll look like. I'm going to continue on through the next 4mm round in my base circle. Pick up 2 3mm, 1 6mm, and 2 3mm. You're going to come back around to make a circle through the 4mm that you're currently exiting. This will make your next little section, and then go through the next 4mm round in the circle. Pick up 2 3mm, 1 6mm, and 2 3mm. You're going to come back around through the same bead you're coming out of to make the circle. And then go through the next 4mm round. You're going to do this one more time. So you're going to pick up 2 3mm, 1 6mm, and 2 3mm. Come back through the 4mm you're coming out of to make your circle. And then you're going to come up through 2 3mm and 1 6mm that you just added. So from where you're coming out, go up there 2 3mm and your 6mm. You're going to pick up 2 size 11 seed beads, 1 4mm, and 2 size 11 seed beads. You're coming out of the 6mm, so you're going to come right across to the next 6mm and go right through it. Pick up 2 size 11 seeds, 1 4mm, and 2 size 11s. You're coming out of 1 6mm and you're going to go right next through the next 6mm. Pick up 2 11s, 1 6mm, 1 4mm, and 2 11s. Go through the next 6mm. One more time, 2 11s, 1 4mm, and 2 11s. And you're going to go through the last 6mm. Once you're through the last 6mm, you're going to continue on through 2 seed beads and your first 4mm that you had threaded on. This is what it should look like so far. You're going to pick up 1 11, 1 3mm, 2 11s, 1 6mm, 2 11s, 1 3mm, and 1 11. You're going to come back and go back through the same 4mm round you're coming out of to make the circle, so that you'll have a loop, and you want to go ahead while we're here and reinforce that loop. So you'll go through all the beads of the loop again. And now you'll continue on through the 4mm round, and then through all the beads here along the outer edge to come out of the 4mm round opposite of where you're at right now. Okay, so you have your loop and you have the top. We're going to make the top hanger for the actual earring. So you're going to pick up 5 seed beads, and you're going to come back around through the same 4mm you're coming out of to make your circle. Go through 3 of the 5 that you just added. Pick up another 5 seed beads. You're coming out of this very top seed bead and you're going to go back through just that one to make a circle. So that now you have another little circle there. Go ahead and go through those 5 seed beads again to reinforce them. And then you'll continue on through those last 2 seed beads of your loop of 5. You're going to go through the 4mm round, and you'll want to continue on to come out of the seed bead right below the next 4mm round. So you're going to continue on through to exit out of the seed bead right here. So now you're ready to make the second drape. So you're going to pick up 4 seed beads, 3 3mm, 1 seed bead, 1 4mm, 1 seed bead, 1 3mm, 1 seed bead, 1 6mm, and then you're just going to reverse your order. So you're going to pick up 1 seed bead, 1 3mm, 1 seed bead, 1 4mm, 1 seed bead, 3 3mm, and 4 seed beads. You're coming out of the seed bead right below the 4mm on this side of the earring. You're going to come across and go up through the seed bead right below the 4mm, directly across from where you're exiting. So go up through the 1 seed bead and pull, so that when you pull, you now have your second drape. You want to stitch around all the way around, back down through to exit out of the seed bead right before the 6mm here on the bottom that you just added. And what this is doing, this is helped by going back around through these beads here along the outside. This is just helping to reinforce the circle as you work, so that way it won't be flimsy when you actually wear them. Alright, so you're coming out of the seed bead right before the 6mm. You want to pick up 6 seed beads, skip the 6mm, and then go through the beads here on the other side, so that when you pull, your loop of 6 will go along the bottom of your 6mm. You'll want to continue on through your beads, and you want to exit out of a 4mm round in the center of the earring, that very first circle that we made. And the reason we have to come back to this step is that right now the earring, this top part of the earring, can be pushed in and pushed up. It doesn't stay up well. So you want to come out of the 4mm round on the center. You're going to pick up 1 size 11 seed bead, and you're going to go through the next 4mm round. And what this is going to do, the size 11 will pop into place, and it'll pull those 4mm rounds up so that the piece will stay popped up. You're just putting a size 11 seed bead in between each one of those 4mm rounds. Once you've got all 4 in place, you're now ready to tie off your thread. So stitch through your beads and then go under the thread. Make yourself a couple of half-hitch knots. Stitch through a few beads and then trim the tail. You'll add the ear hook to the top and then make the second earring and you'll have your set. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Our kits and pattern are available on our Etsy site. You guys have a great week and we'll see you again next week.